Today I'm continuing my reaction to the 55-year-old Commando, which was a bonus episode in the Frontline series. Let's get to it.
For the first time, Chris is having to face up to the possibility of failure.
Of all the tests, that's the one I hate most. I can't get fitter in the few days I've got left, so I've just got to approach it with my head.
Just 24 hours after the 9-mile speed march, Chris Terrill is about to face his nemesis, the Tarzan assault course. It's the third out of 4 challenges he must face to earn that honorary green beret, and he has yet to successfully complete it.
I'm just going to go for it today. Yeah, I've got nothing to lose really. This is the one I hate. It's the one that extends me most and challenges me most, both in body and mind. It's highly technical. It's about a quarter of an hour, which doesn't sound very much, but you imagine doing a 100-metre sprint and keep going for a quarter of an hour at that pace. You can't, but you're trying to make your body do it, and that's what it feels like.
Okay, feet shoulder width apart.
That sounds like pushing during childbirth, actually. I know, TMI, but it's the truth.
Okay, side bends.
Although he's nursing an injured shoulder and a dislocated finger, Chris will need to be fast over the obstacles. The time limit for the whole assault course is just 13 minutes. 1 second over is a fail.
This is the one that Chris hasn't done yet, and he's done it in about 15 and a half minutes because he's messing about in the monkey bars.
Messing about? Don't think he called it that.
No, he's making excuses for himself, messing about in the monkey bars.
He's out that, change legs.
As you know, I've got this dodgy left shoulder, and now I've got this thing going on here with a dislocated finger, so it's hanging with full body weight plus the weight we're carrying, and trying to get across the monkey bars. That hurts like hell, and if I feel my shoulder pop, I'm just going to go in the water.
I'm just very nervous about this, quite understandably, because obviously he's got an injury. Plus, it's just one that he knows he's going to struggle with anyway. So,
to be honest, I feel a bit sick. It's this nerve thing. I never get nervous in competitive sport. I love it. I'm really going, yearning to get on with it. But all these commando tests, I've never been so nervous.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
If he can pass the monkey bars on the first go, I think he will pass. It might be close though.
I would say he's going to fail.
I put a £100 bet on that he won't pass. I don't think he will.
If this is the one that trips me out, so be it.
3, 2, 1, go! Come on.
That looks fun. Zipline.
Come on, speed up the hands. Knees punch. Up go. Punch.
Physically, it's a lung burner. You're going to be sick. Recruits will be throwing up at the end of it, just because it's physically so hard, because you've got to push your body for 13 minutes, essentially, as hard as you can. It's like a 13-minute sprint. It's horrendous.
Stay clear of the shackle, grab hold of the flow.
Come on then. Hands out the shackle. Pull yourself in. Make sure knees on the outside, feet on the inside.
Allow your momentum to take down.
Chris is making progress, but more slowly than the other men.
Just keep coming, keep coming, keep coming, keep coming. Jake. Straight front.
There. Cancel them verticals.
Keep moving. Keep moving.
It favours the younger people. It's a real lung buster.
No time for breathers.
He can breathe once he's done.
The start of the long tunnel is only the halfway mark.
That's it, straight in, 12-foot wall.
The commando tests, they're physically very hard, and you've got to be at the fitness pretty much of an international athlete to pass them all.
Which he is. He has that level of fitness.
Stay low, Chris, don't get caught up in that net. Stay low.
Slowly, Chris is inching towards the biggest challenge and the moment he fears most, the monkey bars.
First time go. Come on.
Come on now. Come on. Almost there now. Couple more to go.
He got it. He got it.
One more. Reach me to one more. Come on. Zigzag wall. Let's go now.
Yes.
Come on.
He's made it, but it won't count for anything if he can't beat the time limit.
Two feet climb up the hill now.
Let's go, terrill, me!
With the seconds ticking away, there's the final obstacle, the 30-foot wall.
Both hands on the rope. Let's go, terrill, you need to move now. Get up here! Both hands on the rope until you hit the platform. Right the way in there. Come on, Chris. Then take the rope with you. Take the rope with you! Oh, that's so painful. That's so painful. Just lean your arms over the side there. I got that bloody monkey bar there. I didn't want that to defeat me. Got the bugger. I don't know what the time was. I couldn't go any faster than that. I couldn't.
It's going to be close on time.
Okay, so on top. Blight. 10-20. Good effort. Street. If Chief failed, can go to 6-foot wall. Okay. Talk to you about that in a minute. Sparks. 12-23. Good effort. And Tyrrell. 12-24. Good effort. Heads up everywhere, stand at ease.
I like how he's quietly celebrating because that one bloke who wasn't able to get over the wall. So that shows that he does have some class right there.
Chris made it with 36 seconds to spare.
Oh, it's such a relief. Oh, God.
So we set off.
Two of the men have failed.
Make sure that you can get around the lads that haven't quite cracked this, okay? Their morale is going to be through the floor, so you need to be helping them, all right? Making sure that they're not wrapped, making sure their morale doesn't fucking go rock bottom, okay? You've still got them to get through.
Someone correct me if I'm wrong, but if they fail these, I believe that they are actually able to recycle to a more junior troop and then actually do some more training, and then in a few weeks or a month or two, they can come back and actually try again.
I was watching him on the monkey bars, I thought he might go in, but shoulder held out and he cracked it.
He did struggle, he did find it very hard. That's the nature of the game. But I'm chuffed to bits that he passed, and I think he is as well.
Breathe out, really relax out if you can, really relax out. That's your voice.
Commando training has taken its toll on Chris. He relies on physiotherapy to revive his flagging body.
Yeah, I feel pretty battered. There isn't a bit that is not bruised, really. When I got out of bed this morning, everything hurt.
What happens if I do that?
No, shooting right out the arm, actually.
Age is important because, you know, as your body gets older, it will take longer to respond to training, that it will take longer to heal from, you know, injuries. He's more likely to get the wear and tear type injuries.
That's what the rope does when you're trying to
Move away.
Yeah.
Okay, I just want to have a feel of the strand.
A lot of the lads in the troop are hurting. They're carrying injuries. So there we are. That's what these are all about. Painkillers. This is my current diet. This is what breakfast, lunch, and dinner, and getting me through.
I'm not sure what that is. Maybe an NSAID, I think.
Orders now for the 30-miler, okay?
If his injuries don't stop him, the final hurdle standing between Chris and the coveted Green Beret is the 30-mile route march.
Yeah, the 30-miler tomorrow. It's just exactly as it says on the tin, 30 miles across Dartmoor, and we've got 8 hours to do it in.
It's the final test, and it's the longest. And I don't know, but I would imagine it's the most painful.
It is a difficult bit of ground. This time of year, the weather can change rapidly. We've got the forecast for tomorrow, but again, I want you to be prepared in all respects, clearly for the hill fog and the weather to become inclement.
Yeah, you might say I'm just this close from the Green Beret, but actually I'm not. I'm 30 miles away from the Green Beret.
I always thought this was 4 tests in 4 days, but it turns out it is 4 tests in 5 days. So I think in between test 3 and 4, they get a rest day.
I phoned my parents earlier on. I told them that I got through the Tarzan assault course. My father was delighted that I'd got through now 3 of the 4 tests. Again, not quite knowing what it's involved, but I think, you know, he was in the Royal Navy. He knows that it's quite a challenge.
He thought that he probably could do this. He could do the actual Royal Marine training. He'd go as far as he possibly could anyway. Now he seems to have gone all the way, which is, I think, extraordinary at his age.
If I was to get the Green Beret, I know my father would be enormously proud. I don't think he can still quite believe that I'm doing it, and I don't think he thinks that it's possible to get a Green Beret if you're not a Royal Marine either.
Well, I don't know whether there can be such a thing as an actual award of the Green Beret to someone who is not really a Royal Marine. If they do anything in that respect, he would be immensely proud if they did, and so would I, of course.
Mm-hmm. It's an honorary Green Beret.
I'm doing this for myself, but to a very large degree I'm doing it for my parents. So, I'd love to turn up at their house there in Worthing and knock on the door and have them answer it, and me be standing there with the green lid on my head. That's always been something that I've thought about.
Come on then, Terrill. You know the fucking script by now, don't you?
This is the final one. Everybody's up for it.
As an endurance athlete, Chris is feeling positive about the 30-miler, but there's no practice run for this test, so he'll be in uncharted territory.
This is for you the culmination of 9 months training, blood, sweat and tears for every one of you. Through the ups and downs you've experienced emotionally and physically to exhaustion, only 8 hours now stands between you and getting a Green Beret. Tell yourself if you feel you cannot go on, you will take one small step more. For in truth and in honesty, the largest of feats are completed by the smallest of steps added together repeated. This is the last hurdle. Let's see it happen. 30 miles, 8 hours. You all up for it? Sir. I'll see each and every one of you at the end. Good luck, men. 4, 3, 2, 1, away you go. Good luck, men. Good luck, gents. Left, right, left. That's a man test and a half. The 30-miler is running 30 miles across Dartmoor with 39 pounds of kit on your back is physically should be almost impossible. It's a horrendous test and it's probably not medically advised to do, especially at Chris's age of 55 years old.
Turn left in a minute, lad. Watch your footing on the way down the track.
about 1 mile done now. 29 to go. Right, break it with a run. Rocky on ground.
What makes this run probably just as difficult as the Indian Army Para-SF 60-mile run is the fact that the terrain is horrible. At least the Indians, they're on a paved road in the mountains, but I mean this terrain is like hell.
Fine wine and 18th century French poetry. My favourite artist is Henri de Toulouse-Lautrec, painter of the Moulin Rouge.
Whilst Corporal Rob has time for comedy, Chris is struggling to keep up.
Ugh.
After 6 miles of hard yomping, Chris's men rendezvous with the safety team for the first water stop.
So do these, 4 or 5 minute breaks, do they count toward the 8 hours, or is it just built in? How does that work?
It's very treacherous underfoot, very wet.
Tighten your boots up.
There's a lot of uphill involved.
Strong so far, I'm happy. A few minutes ahead of time, which is good. You always need a few minutes at this point and the next checkpoint, just so you got a few minutes in the bag.
There's a relentless pressure for all the men to keep up with the leader. But Chris is really suffering, and his confidence has taken a knock.
So painful. I underestimated it, to be honest. This is very hard.
Let's go, Terrill, move!
Chris Terrill has begun the final Royal Marines Commando test, a 30-mile route march across the wilds of Dartmoor with a time limit of just 8 hours.
The ground is difficult. There'll be guys here, turning ankles, twisting knees, going from the run to the walk. It's hard graft.
In fact, Chris and nearly all the men in his troop are already carrying injuries, but it'll be worth all the pain if they achieve their goal.
I'm so now focused on it. It feels like there's nothing more important in the world than to get that green beret.
Getting a green beret to me is quite a lot. It's quite a big thing. To me, it's like proving it to myself that I can do it.
Throughout all of training, the one thing on everyone's mind is at the end of it earning one of these.
The green beret to us as Royal Marines it's everything. I mean, it's exceptionally special. Its history is, takes us back to the last war when we trained commandos.
But getting past green beret is it's just an outstanding feeling. It should make the hair stand up on the back of the neck the first time they put it on.
I can't imagine it. I think it would be very emotional. And just one of those moments in life that you would never forget.
Okay, good. Move it off.
To claim that green beret, Chris must drive himself on over another 15 miles of the difficult Dartmoor terrain.
Good effort, lads. Nearly there, about the halfway point.
I can't imagine going that far. The furthest I've ever done was 12 at basic training, and
I'm not thinking about the end.
that was not fun.
I'm not thinking about whether I finish or not, because that's tempting Providence, and it'd be stupid to do that, because this is a commando test. Nothing's guaranteed.
With distant ruck marches, everything starts to hurt. You start getting sore spots on your body where things are rubbing. Your shoulders, your knees, your back, your feet, everything just hurts. Even if you pack your ruck properly and use your waist strap, it still sucks and is very painful.
Well done. Yourselves over here, fellas, get some hugging.
This is worst. This is the worst of all of them. Whatever I said about Tarzan. This is horrible.
There are 4 stops on the route, each lasting just 5 minutes. Consumption of bananas and rock-hard pasties is mandatory.
What is a pasty? I've never even heard of that before.
Banana? No, it's banana. Okay. Get that down you. Have you had some juice? There you go.
Even though the men consume 4,000 calories a day, double the normal intake of a civilian, during the commando tests, they will still lose weight.
Get this pasty.
At basic training on our final ruck march, they gave us orange slices and moon pies. And then during the ruck, some of the drill sergeants taunted us and said, "Hey, if you want to quit, then that's okay. We have a van right here that'll take you the rest of the way, and you can snack on some moon pies."
Down, you lads, it's all got to go.
Of course, nobody got in the van, because then we'd have to do the ruck over again.
Nearly 2 o'clock, and the men have already completed the equivalent of a marathon across treacherous moorland. But there are still 4 difficult miles to go.
They're going to be hurting. That last leg, it's in sight at that stage, but it's extremely uncomfortable.
Okay, fall in 2 files on the road. Last little push, this syndicate. The final leg, yeah, this is it. For me, the final Commando test, the 30-miler, was an exciting time. There were times in the 30-miler where I was physically exhausted. And the last little bit of it, I remember hallucinating, not really knowing where I was, not really knowing which direction I was running. And the only thing that was keeping me going was, at the top of each hill, I was visualising a green beret. The final hill you come over and you look down into the finishing bridge. Once I'd crossed that bridge, I knew that was it. That was all the Commando tests completed, and I'd earned a green beret, and it was the most exhilarating feeling of my life.
7 hours and 50 minutes after setting off, Chris's troop closes in on the Humpback Bridge.
He's going to get his beret. He's going to be an honorary bootneck.
They finished the final Commando test.
Yeah, fantastic. Yeah, good effort. Very solid, very strong finish.
Okay, lads, just move to the side of the wagons there. Right, start taking your kit off, start getting your warmers kit and stuff off, fellas. Right, preparation.
Okay, anything you need to sort out, feet, socks, anything like that, do it now. Please can.
Yeah, fellas, well done. Right on. Right, just move down there, fellas. Just onto the grass and out of the way. Right, start getting your warmers kits on. Get your combat jackets on.
Good for him.
I don't know what to say. I'm so emotional. It's me.
Sir, 924 troop fell in 2 ranks awaiting presentation and your address, sir.
You'll remember today, it'll be on your mind for the rest of your lives, as will the pass out in a week's time. Okay, it's a very special day.
Among those receiving green berets, only 6 are original members of the troop, which began with 49 recruits.
Chris's participation in the Commando tests, I think, has been excellent. His performance surprised 1 or 2 of us. At the ripe old age of 55, certainly the oldest participant in Commando tests, certainly in all 4 Commando tests. So, Chris, I think you've done a fantastic job this week. So, great pleasure to issue one of these rare beasts, which is the honorary green beret. And from us all here, well done indeed.
Thanks very much indeed.
Superb.
Great honour.
Over to the right. That's it, pull the spare over to the right. That's it, solid. There we go. Not far off. Yeah, good.
Thank you very much.
The following qualities of the Commando spirit, which are courage, determination, unselfishness and cheerfulness.
1 week later, the troop passes out of Lympstone as Royal Marines. Some of them will soon be posted to the front line in Afghanistan, and Chris, an honorary Green Beret, will go with them.
There's still part of me regrets that I didn't become a Royal Marine when I was a young man and get this green lid then and become something in the Royal Marines, but hey, I've still got it.
Not only did he have the physical ability to do that, but he also had the mental ability as well. A lot of that is mind over matter. And I don't know about you guys, but I am very impressed. If you did not see the full Frontline series, I will go ahead and put it right here for you guys. If you don't want to watch that, then maybe check out the Indian Army's Para SF. Thanks for watching.